Welcome to the Tech Assembler, and in this tutorial I would be covering about Ion Search and how to use it, its events, methods, CSS, and some tips and tricks. So let's begin. Okay, so I have generated one page that is search page inside the pages folder, and the routing is being done by this, and by default we are going to search page. Okay, and here is it HTML, and this is our CSS. We have given the and toolbar color to be something like bluish, and text color is white. So let's see how it looks. Oh, that's perfect. So this is it. So now today we are going to discuss about Ion Search. So just go to the Ionic framework site, and from there proceed to components. Here we go, and after that go to Ion Search, and here it is. Ion Search. So we directly jump to usage. Okay, so here are few templates which uh, Ionic team has given for their specific use. So I just copy all of these and paste it over here in our HTML and see how these work. Okay, so if I just paste it over here and run, let's see how it looks. Okay, so it looks like this. Great. So this is how Ion Search looks, and it has different properties. Let's explore one by one. So for this background color, I suggest you to go to the material.io sites. From there, you can pick the colors. Okay, here it gives you how the border color or and the text color should be looked. Okay, then we go to the search bar, and here we jump to the usage, and then we go to the animate portion. Okay, the first prompt is animate. First I will go to the animate function. What animate functions do, it animates the property like we have over here. It is from this, it is third last. Okay, so I just go to the third last and I see we have animate property like this. You can see whenever I click, it animates to the right. Okay, so this is how you can use it. And then we have a focus property, debounce property. Debounce means whenever you are in writing something on an Ion Search box, so it immediately does not reflect. It reflects after zero point 0.5 seconds. So it may be good practice while you are service calling on an each and every character. So it should not be performed like that. Okay, so if you have data, so then it's good. You can use debounce time, or you cannot use debounce time, so that doesn't matter. Okay, but if you are calling the service, then you must use debounce time. Okay, so then we have a placeholder, that is a filter schedule. Okay, so here you can see the placeholder is what we can write by default expected to out of. Okay, let's see property one by one. Okay, this is a default search box, okay, which will appear. And this is the first one, the default search box. Whenever we type something, and then there is a cross mark and we have to cross it. Let's zoom it. Okay, so it looks like this. And this is how whenever we cross, because it's showing some, for example, because scroll is progress, you cannot integrate false. Okay, fine, some error. And then we second have a show cancel button always. It will show cancel button always over here. This will work only on iOS device, not on Android device. Okay, so then we have show cancel button never. So here we have, it will not show cancel button like this. Okay, if you want to use cancel button, then you have to type cancel button, or on what occasion do you want to show the cancel button, like on focus. Whenever I just focus on here, so the cancel button automatically pops up, and I remove my focus, so it will disappear. Okay, so this is how you can animate by using focus, show cancel button equals to focus. Then we can color the search bar by giving the color to danger, or you can give any color like primary color, or you can define your own color. Okay. And the third one we have, by default what you want to be written on your iron search bar. So this you can give on value property. So this is by default written on it, so I can write anything. So that's it. And the third one is type tele. Okay, this is for the telephone. This cannot be used on web browser, especially it is being used on mobile phones especially. Okay, then third one we have the iron search bar for input mode, that is numeric. Okay, in this the numeric keyboard will appear both for iOS and Android, and the browser doesn't support these types of mode. Okay, the next one is the disabled key. So if you want to disable the search box, you can just do the disable like this. You just have to give the property disabled equals to true. And the next one is we have show cancel button equals to focus, or cancel button text equals to custom text. Here you can change the, and here you can see the show cancel button on focus, and cancel button text can be anything. You can change its text from cancel to your custom cancel, or anything what you want. So let's see over here. So it's Ionic. Okay, so here you can see the where it is. Okay, yeah, here you can see the custom uh, cancel button, and you can write anything what you want. Okay, whenever you focus on it, the custom changes. Okay, custom text changes. And here it is debounce time. This we will see later, just a few minutes after, when we'll do the demonstration of iron search. And this is the animation, how it animates. I have already showed you. This is how it animates. And the last one is toolbar. Okay, so for example, you want to use the iron search in toolbar, so you can do like this. Okay, just over here you can just place it, and the iron search bar just appears over here. You can change the color also, if we can see on an Android phone. So then it looks like this. Okay, so I will just zoom few. So it looks like this, perfect. If you want your search box inside your header, so you can place it in another toolbar like this. This is one toolbar, and this is one toolbar. Okay, so now let's see what are its functionality. Okay, so now let's go to events. Okay, where we can collect the iron search text whenever it is inputted. So for that we use iron change. Okay, so here we write the iron change like this, and we make the function with the name underscore iron change, and pass the event over here. Okay, and now copy this function to the TS file, and here we'll get the event and console log. Okay, so event over here also. So this is how it works. And let's get back. So whenever you type something over here, so it will automatically collect the event of the iron change. Whenever you change something on iron change, or sorry, on iron search, the whole event is been collected in different attributes. For example, we have a detail, and that we have value. Okay, so here is df. Here you, how you can collect this. So here you will write detail dot value. Okay, so whenever you save, and whenever you type something like similar, so it is how we achieve. So for every time I just type something ABC, okay, so it takes 3 times, but I want to be a debounce. Debounce means just after few seconds it could catch the text. So for that we use the event which we have recently seen. debounce. Okay, debounce, here it is 500 seconds. So let's see that we have used the correct spelling of debounce, and here it is. Okay, yeah. So you can give the attribute also. Okay, same. And let's see over here. So if I type A, B, C, D, so we'll get only once. This is very best practice whenever you call a search on iron search basis. Okay, so you must use debounce time. Okay, so now how to implement iron search. So this is the one thing to get the text from the HTML, and here we use a few things that I already copied in my notepad. Okay, so I just describe you what does it means. Just all copy the things. Okay, and here we have. So I used a function called this is one more thing I have used, that is iron at the rate view child decorator that we have discussed in last session. If you haven't seen, so please go and watch that session. And it is basically used to get the whole component, whole dome from your HTML, your dome element you can get by this. Okay, so why it is important to get the element, like to use these methods. Here it is, to use get input, get focused, to use these method. For example, whenever you go on a page and you want the focus to be on iron search bar box, so for that you can use this. It is a promise based, and to use this we need to use we need to get the component from the HTML. So for that we use this ID, that is search, and we need to place it over here. We can place it over here. So this is how we get the HTML dome. And on iron view did enter, we set the timeout, and this dot search dot get focus. Here you can see many function. Okay, so these are the function which I just told you: get input element or iron blur. So basically we gonna demonstrate set focus. Okay, whenever I refresh, so it, or whenever I go to this search page, it automatically focus on iron search, and the keyboard is automatically up. If you are using Android, then Android keyboard. If you are using iOS, then iOS keyboard is automatically up. Okay, so let's do something else, and this is how it gets. Okay, now what I did, I just took a variable with array of objects. So this is how, this is an array and this is an object. So it is very clear that you should take the variable what you want. You do not take any. Okay, so this is array of objects, and I have given few things like title of different names what we will be searching for, and the next a variable is searched item. Okay, so I am iterating the HTML over it. So for that I just use iron list over here and iron item. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am just iterating these variable so that these should display. So for that I just pass the list of array to another variable, that is searched item. Okay, then I will iterate it over here over item. So for that I use ng for and iterate it over here, and to bind the things I use the item dot title. Okay, and the interpolation for binding the things. And let's see how it looks. Okay, perfect, it looks like this. And if I do search, then it will not search anything. Okay, so just go back, and in TS file I just created this method. Okay, so I just tell you shortly what this do. It just get the value what I type from iron search, and then I just replace all the things to searched items, this variable which we have taken. This is because whenever I change something, whenever I input something, so it must return me the whole value. Okay, otherwise you will not be able to see nothing. Okay, if I just comment out this, so let's see, and the value is being trimmed, means if you input like space and then something character and then a space, so it will not match to any of the list item. So we just trim the whole thing to a single character or a single word. And then we use the filter, just we select the items from this selected array and convert it to a lowercase and search for the index of this value. Okay, if this value appears in this array or not. If it appears, it should return the collection of objects or what you say. Okay, so this is how it works. And let's see. So whenever I refresh it, okay, I just type Joseph, Josh. Okay, so it just written like this. So this is how it works, and by default it gives me the value John, and this is how it gives me the selected element which starts with John, or even I can search the number also, like 87 if 87 encounter in someone else. So like this object contain a title of 0987, and this is a numeric, means a character and a number also. Okay, so it contains Penny 0987. Okay, so you can search anything that is inside this array. So this is how it works, and I just refresh it once more. So Josh. Okay, and whenever I just erase the things, so I didn't get back anything, means I didn't get back my original list. So this is because I haven't replace the whole thing with my list. So this is very important that you write this line. In this line, what you are doing, you are just replacing your original array with your searched item. Okay, if you just erase everything, then your whole array should be written. Okay, so just see once more. Whenever I erase it, so it just return me the whole array. Okay, so this is how it works. So if you want the code, you can get it from my GitHub repository. Please find the link below. Thank you for watching the video. Please hit the subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon for more updates.